Using Newton's formulas, Monsieur Voltaire, he then drops a second ball from a higher height, calculated to exactly double the speed of the first ball on impact. So, monsieur, care for a little wager? Newton tells us that by doubling the speed of the ball, we will double the distance it travels into the clay. Leibniz asks us to square that speed. If he is correct, the ball will travel not 2, but 4 times as far. So, who is correct?
Monsieur, I feel Mr. Newton's reputation dwindling ever so slightly.
Oh, mon père, do not succumb to her. There is no earthly reason to ascribe hidden forces to this Dutchman's lead balls.
Well, the ball travels 4 times further.
Turns out, Leibniz is the one who was right. It's the best way to express the energy of a moving object. If you drive a car at 20 miles an hour, it takes a certain distance to stop if you slam on the brakes. If you're going 3 times as fast, you're going 60 miles an hour, it won't take you 3 times as long to stop. It'll take you 9 times as long to stop.
Oh, well, it does seem worth consideration.
Perhaps we might look over his calculations.
I have already checked his figures. I am sure Leibniz is correct on this point. I intend to include a section on this matter in my book.
Really? Do be careful, madame. Do you think the Academy is ready for such an opinion?
Quite. We really should be careful.
Really? I see no reason to delay. There is no right time for the truth.
Émilie du Châtelet published her Institutions of Physics in 1740, and it provoked great controversy. Voltaire wrote that she was a great man whose only fault was being a woman. In her day, that was a great compliment.
I am with child.
You are sure?
Undoubtedly. 2 to 3 months. I'm afraid that
You are afraid? You should... Well, this child is obviously not mine. Nor is it your husband's. Oh, Émilie.
Émilie du Châtelet knew that in the 18th century, for a woman to become pregnant at the age of 43 was really very dangerous. And all the while she was pregnant, she had terrible premonitions about what was going to happen.
All her life, du Châtelet had tried to rise above the limitations placed on her gender. In the end, it was an affair with a young soldier that led to her demise. 6 days after giving birth to her 4th child, she suffered an embolism and died. Émilie du Châtelet's unwavering belief that the energy of an object is a function of the square of its speed sparked a debate that was as long as it was fierce. After her death, it took 100 years for the idea to be accepted. Just in time for Einstein to use this brilliant insight to finally bring energy and mass together with light. After university, Einstein had all the parts of E = mc². Energy, mass, the speed of light, and squared were now the staples of modern physics. But Einstein no longer had an academic position. He'd upset so many professors that no one would write him a reference. He accepted a low-paying job in the Swiss patent office. He and Mileva married and had a child. The young family struggled, but none of it seemed to bother Albert.
Einstein, I see you are busy, as usual. Look,